In the age before heroes, when gods still walked the earth, a single name rose from fire and storm: Heracles. Zeus's rise to supreme power begins immediately after the Titanomachy. With the elder gods defeated, Zeus and his siblings establish a new divine order on Mount Olympus. Zeus claims the ultimate seat on the summit, wielding thunderbolts as instruments of authority. His younger brother Poseidon governs the seas, and Hades receives dominion over the underworld. In the wake of this cosmic realignment, mortal realms await the influence of these new rulers. At the city of Thebes in Boeotia, Queen Alcmene prays at dawn for the safe return of her husband, Amphitryon. Amphitryon, a mortal prince and military leader, has been away at war for several years. Alcmene's reputation for piety and fidelity is renowned throughout Greece. Her devotion to marriage and family makes her an object of admiration both in the courts of mortal kings and on the slopes of Olympus. Zeus, observing from his thunderous throne, grows enamored of Alcmene's steadfastness. He descends in the guise of Amphitryon, replicating the king's physical form and voice. This divine deception lasts for 3 consecutive nights, during which Alcmene believes she is united with her true husband. The real Amphitryon, unaware of his lordly impersonation, returns on the 4th dawn and finds Alcmene equally perplexed and content. Thunder rumbles in a clear sky, Zeus's signature laugh, testifying to the god's interference. Hera, wife of Zeus and goddess of marriage, perceives the affair immediately. Though unable to stop Zeus's relentless pursuit of mortal love affairs, she determines to make him suffer the consequences. To that end, she orchestrates a dual birth scenario that will alter 2 royal households. First, in Argos, the queen of King Sthenelus goes into labor. Hera accelerates her contractions, compelling the child, Eurystheus, to be born prematurely and with unusual haste. This child will later serve as Heracles' overseer and assign many of his labors. Meanwhile, in Thebes, Hera halts Alcmene's labor by sending Eileithyia, the goddess of childbirth, to clamp Alcmene's womb in metaphorical iron bands. Alcmene remains in labor for an extended period, enduring excruciating pain as each contraction stalls in stasis. Despite Hera's machinations, fate's will prevails. At the stroke of midnight, exactly on the 7th day of Alcmene's labor, Eileithyia's hold is broken. The physical and divine bonds melt away in an instant. 2 infants enter the world under flickering braziers and torchlight in the royal palace. One, Heracles, is born fully formed, crimson-skinned, and crying with such force that even the palace stones tremble. The second, Iphicles, is born pale and mortal, sliding into life quietly beside his twin. Outside the chamber, the Theban citadel wall cracks from a secret thunderbolt, splitting stone asunder. No storm gathers. The lightning is purely divine, a proclamation of Heracles' parentage and power. Word of this unnatural phenomenon spreads through Thebes like wildfire by morning. That same dawn, the blind seer Tiresias is summoned to the palace. He places his aged fingers on the infant Heracles' brow and intones a single weighty pronouncement. Heracles shall bear the name Glory of Hera, so that the goddess he has angered will never forget the boy who both honors and defies her. This name becomes a lifelong irony, linking the hero's identity to the mother who resents him. In the Theban plaza, a group of master masons inspects the cleft in the citadel wall. They recognize the fissure's shape as remarkably similar to a wooden club, the quintessential weapon of a Greek hero. Farmers arriving for the morning market pause to lay olive branches and small oil flasks at the palace gates. Poets in the shady courtyards compose fresh hexameters celebrating the newborn's strength. Soldiers and heralds carry reports of a babe powerful enough to strangle serpent-like beasts in his cradle. Meanwhile, on Olympus, Hera observes from behind a column, silent and seething. Heracles' infancy continues to produce omens. At just a few months old, rumors claim he uproots saplings in the royal garden, hoists plowshares like toys, and laughs amid the clamor of frightened attendants. His mortal twin, Iphicles, attempts to keep pace but cannot match his brother's inhuman strength. This dynamic is a public spectacle, half comedic and half alarming, drawing crowds to royal gatherings. By age 7, Heracles' endurance is legendary. He races palace steeds on the Theban racecourse and wins every trial of speed and strength. Iphicles, younger and frail by comparison, falls behind, and Heracles bends down to offer his hand, guiding his twin to healthy footing. Their closeness underscores the hero's humanity, despite his divine blood. In contrast, King Amphitryon grows increasingly worried. He walks the palace courtyard at sunrise, counting fresh cracks in the marble flagstones. He confides in Queen Alcmene that stone, and by extension political stability, may not withstand the boy's uncontrolled vigor. Alcmene counters with maternal warmth. "Let his light shine, husband. Even the mightiest fire can serve to forge and protect." On a stormy night in Olympus, Hera stands alone on marble steps, slick with rain. Her peacock feather cloak whips in the gale, and cumulonimbus clouds tower behind her. Though she cannot kill the child, she sets her mind to far grander designs, plotting labors, temptations, and tragedies that will test his soul. Her resolve is chilling. Divine vengeance is a long game. Back in Delphi, the priestess of Apollo repeats her earlier prophecy, this time warning that untempered strength invites madness. Her voice cracks like ice in the sacred chamber as she utters, "Strength without wisdom begets the abyss of madness." The words hang in incense-filled air, witnessed only by flickering flames and drifting shadows. Elsewhere, 3 figures take note of the newborn's fate. Chiron, the wise centaur, tending his mountain glade, examines medicinal herbs by moonlight, murmuring that a pupil of unparalleled promise has been born. King Chiron of Thebes polishes a burnished bronze shield, envisioning the boy who might one day defend his realm. Linus, son of Apollo, strums a silver lyre in a twilight portico, unconsciously testing the strings for tensile strength far beyond mortal hands. On Olympus's highest terrace, Hera plucks 2 glossy raven feathers from the sacred eagle that serves Zeus. She drops them into a chalice brimming with black storm vapor. The liquid swirls, and from it emerge flickering visions of serpents, monsters, and Herculean labors. As she leans close, the smoke coalesces into the shape of a bow, a lion's pelt, and the underworld's gates. She whispers one single word that sends lightning branching across the heavens: soon. Thus ends the story of Heracles' birth, a crucible of divine deception, jealous scheming, and unstoppable fate. The newborn demigod lies in swaddling cloth, ignorant of the serpents he has slain, unaware of the labors he will endure, and innocent of the madness to come. Yet each heartbeat resonates with potential for glory and ruin alike. The world stands poised at the edge of a knife, a cradle of thunder that will one day shake the pillars of both Olympus and Earth.